I'm Michael Schern with HudsonCountyView.com, and today I got the opportunity to speak with New Jersey Second Amendment Society Vice President Alexander Roubian about gun politics and violent crime in New Jersey cities.
I started by asking Mr. Roubian about his organization, New Jersey Second Amendment Society, and what it stands for.
I am the Vice President of the New Jersey Second Amendment Society. As the name implies, we are a Second Amendment group. We are made up of mothers and fathers, uncles, sisters, brothers, gay, straight, people from all different walks of life that strongly believe in the right of self-defense and the Second Amendment, as well as safe and legal and responsible ownership of firearms.
Mr. Roubian also talked about how he witnessed a tragic death due to gun violence and how that led him to become a supporter of gun rights.
I was never involved in firearms. I never shot a gun my entire life. On the evening of May 25th, 2011, I left my office. I was walking back to my apartment in the Ironbound of Newark, and just as I circled around the block, three teens started attacking a 44-year-old father named Alexander Roubian. He left work as well. He was, I believe, as a server or a busboy, and minding his own business, where three teens attacked him. They pulled out a gun, and as he turned around, they shot him in the back of the head, which led me to ask this vital question: how do I protect myself in the streets of New Jersey when the police are not there? However, as I looked into the New Jersey laws, I discovered that we do not have the right to protect ourselves outside of the home.
I followed up by asking Mr. Roubian about the fringe elements of the gun rights movement, including those who think the Sandy Hook shooting was staged by the government.
Well, I believe there's extremes on both sides. We reject any notion that Sandy Hook was staged. We don't entertain any of those ideas. We do have an extremely large membership throughout New Jersey, and we can't necessarily be responsible for everything anyone says. In our social media groups, we do delete any type of comments that do seem extreme or conspiracy theory, not because we don't, not because we're trying to censor people, but because it doesn't forward our cause in promoting the Second Amendment and promoting the safe and legal and responsible use of firearms.
I also asked about his thoughts on Jersey City's gun safety questionnaire for vendors who provide weapons to law enforcement.
To actually address the root issues of violence. A lot of politicians and administrations throughout New Jersey are incompetent in being able to address the root issues of violence. Instead of going after the criminals, what they're trying to do is going after the gun vendors and make it and perceive as if the problem is because of firearms manufacturers. If they actually believed in their strength of their own convictions, that the questionnaire asks, would you and do you support the advancement of technology for smart guns? Why would the New Jersey State Police, as well as all the other towns, be exempt from that law if they're trying to push for a smart gun technology?
I ended by asking what solutions New Jersey Second Amendment Society offers to people living in neighborhoods with gun violence.
I held a forum in the downtown Newark area with about approximately 200 people, and a lot of the community activists spoke up and said, it's not about the guns. They didn't even mention the word gun once. They were talking about the poverty, they were talking about the poor education system, they were talking about the lack of jobs. Those are the root issues of violence. As that goes up, violence goes up as well. So as unemployment goes up, as the lack of jobs goes up, as the poverty goes up, violence goes up with it as well. So we're trying to reach out to individuals, educate them on their rights to self-defense. We're also discussing on a community level as well as the legislative level about addressing the root issues of violence, which is stemming from what I just formerly mentioned.
For more news and politics, please check out HudsonCountyView.com.